Alright. What we got today? I think. Is there anything specific I want to play here? Um, Winter Sun. I have never heard of this band. Well, let's hear Winter Sun. I have never heard of them before. I should stop actually. Probably extreme metal again. Oh, only heavy metal. Okay. This might be. I have to say, listen one off right word. This might be besides the fucking ad. This might be interesting. Power metal. Okay. Who's this person even? Okay. Very power metal. Yep. So far, nothing crazy. Oh, I always fear OBS. 1 second. Ouch. I can try to play fast, I can't. Whoa. Blast beats, try the next song. Ridiculous, dude. Out of curiosity, how many I rolled so far? 200 rolls? So I'm at 400 rolls. Let's see if I don't calculate. I'm at 400 rolls so far. Probably a success. I think it's 1% what I read. Now we're into the extremely unlucky range. Cool. Let's keep rolling, I guess. I got a lot of luck. My Nightwalker's really unlucky. Yeah, scratch. Alright. I went through 200,000 honor speed. Did not get a single. Ridiculous. Get more honor XP, I guess, from doing daily bosses. But I think I just want to take a break from that shit. First, this emblem doesn't want to rank up to legendary. And then... so frustrating. There should be no reason. Oh, my 8 arcane power is too low for this. Well, see how this goes. Yikes. Not super impressed by this music. It's not bad, it's just not super impressive either. Kind of mid. It's like a power metal, black metal mix, a little. But not. I don't know. I don't think this genre clicked very well, at least. All these fucking ads, dude. Come on, bro. It's pretty worth doing. Should be using these. I need to get a good familiar. I feel like I'm just like really getting fucked in this character right now. Nope. Nope. Oh, there's an item drop. Nice. One. Alright. Let's see ID now. Oh, at least I got... Sucks. At least I can get some ID, right? ID. I will drop rate. 30%, not bad. It's more than before. The voicing is very, like, usual, I guess. Like, choices of, like, sounds and stuff that they're using, I've literally heard so many times. But maybe it's because they're impactful, I don't know. Which means it's 3-4 here, though. 6, I guess, not really 3-4. That's still good. I'm always in for a good 6 groove. This is a very unique section, but we'll see if I get anything interesting from you. So far, I've not felt like anything that what I've ever heard before, like not even close. Oh, I should use this. I have the Arcana to do right now. I can shoot rank it as well, so I should go do Arcana before I do another one of these. I don't think I've done the last one yet. Definitely want this one. I don't one shot. That is a little annoying. Oh, wrong button. I mean, it wasn't the wrong button. Why press? I guess I should not have pressed it. Oh. I like this section. This is cool. Big spot. You get that from the DOT effect, right? You didn't have the DOT, really. Okay. That was a cool ending. That first song I was actually kind of impressed by. I definitely listen to the song again. I feel like the use of instruments is so cliche, but like I said, maybe they make. I've listened to a lot of older stuff, so maybe the cliches were invented by these people. So, like I got locked yesterday. Like I feel like I heard that kind of style a lot, but maybe it's just because that style is made popular because of them.
$10 a month at AT&T. No trade-in required.
Ooh, the up jump there is really nice, actually. I'll do them more often. Ah, it's such a slow one. I like it quieter though. A little frustrating. Okay. Some blast beats. We'll rely on those blast beats. He's losing his voice, do you hear that? Hope he gets it back. Ooh, that was sick. Ah, damn, hit the ceiling. Come on, hello, thank you. Do I risk it? I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna try this risk before. No, I didn't want to save it. Forgot about that. Uh-oh. Yikes. Did not mean to do that. Wrist sticker ain't. Get the fuck out of here. What'd that do? Oh wow. He was barely fuse rings to me. Oh. Nice, good misclick. Oh! I did it again! Oopsies! You know what? Let's actually hit the enemy. Alright, I gotta skip you. Oh, there we go. Not quite as much as I wanted, but that's okay. See how far I can get this. Wonky. Damn. I don't need to worry about this. %. Is it worth doing again? Probably not. Why would I do that? Not it? Piano. 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 I've not seen Mirror yet, so. Eyes were key. I really have seen Mirror, I'm just dumb. And the first one I just didn't remember. Yeah. He's over here, right? This is the horn, I think. Yeah. He's a couch. Damn. He's so good at remembering things. There it goes. Horn's left.
Play Diablo 4.
Diablo 4, that's me. Diablo 4, that's me. What a joke, dude. I don't know what that is. Here it is. Man, I'm dumb. I need to stop pressing Child Park. I probably should remove it from my list of attacks I ever use. Ooh. Kind of worth it for XP, but I'm not gonna bother. Because they're in the end of the week, so. I did this already, right? Why would even let me get that far? Whoa. Where did that? I kind of looking for that same song that had the blast beats. Or was it? Wait, 301? No. Yeah, okay. Interesting. I kind of wish they experimented with swapping between the styles a little more. It feels like the song is just completely different. Come on. They're lucky. Wow, that's actually a very unique guitar solo, this kind of song. I actually appreciate that a lot. EJ Malmsteen style shredding. Ooh, I really like his voice. No reflect for you, bitch. Yeah, wait, I'm sorry. I'm out of that's the stupid part. I'm gonna go back. My Nightwalker has had some really bad luck. Wait, so the emblem didn't get legendary after almost 300 cubes. I increased that by 200. Inability has increased since 400 rerolls. I've got a single extra Afia accessory from dailies. What the fuck is going on? This character, holy shit. This is actually kind of insane how bad the luck is on this character. I'm kind of happy. I'm really tired for the time, which is a good thing, because otherwise I think I would have a lot of problems. Fuck, dude. Why is this character such bad luck? Oh, yeah, I gotta go Art Mill. There's my realism level. I did it twice. I thank you, Jesus. I don't think I have a gold potential use on that one. Oh well. All right, please. All right.
A snowstorm. A snowstorm blew inside a wolf's eyes, and the frozen tears covered all the mountainsides. But then the time got by and the wolf died, and someday that wolf would be.
I really like his voice. Holy shit. Look at them. They cost brilliant to name nodes. 2.5 is free. Wow, I like that riff. I'm on 8 of these now. I won't get 2. I probably won't get 1. Let's see what I get. Can I be used to cancel things? Ooh, oh my gosh. That's so good. I'll do this every now and then. I was curious. Very unassuming skill. Shadow dodge. I wonder. How many images can you cancel with this? Okay, that animation didn't get canceled. I'll remember that. That's really useful. Let's see if I remember anytime getting bossing. Being able to, like, holy shit, that just ends that attack. I don't know if it's worth ending. I like this song. This is a good song. Much better than the first few. Did not start off as a good album, I'm surprised. Very mid sounding. Put that careless whatever in. In fact, I hope it decreases the drop rate. Oops. I want to see the consecutive throws. Okay. Interesting. I'll remember that for next time I use that skill on a boss. What do I get? Let's see. One. That's the first one I've gotten. That's it. At least I got one. One we're done, right? That's a better burn flame. Cute. Gotta improve this flame now for sure. That's a good flame. Not quite as good though. Good.
Lowe's knows you've been waiting all year for these holiday deals.
Good meme, dude.
That's why we
Funny
made
meme.
Black Friday bigger and better with Golden Gable deals. For 1 week.
I gotta listen to something else besides music. Music that for a little bit.
I consider myself Palestinian American.
Okay. So I'll give you this point, okay? And this is very irritating because a lot of Zionists will bring up the Holocaust over and over and over and over again for why so many Jews are trying to escape to Palestine, blah, blah, blah. That comes way the later. I don't want to say it's inconsequential, but that has almost nothing to do with the initial flights of Jewish immigrants that were going to...
100% no war happens, Israel clearly wins. Done. We are where we are now. I think you're showing on your screen where we kind of landed to.
Oh, I don't care about this guy. That guy's a fucking... Never mind, I got some moron. I forgot it. I know who he's talking to, the name. The guy's just fucking stupid. The old video, I'll watch it because it's funny.
I live on a basic necessity budget for the most part anyway, okay?
A basic necessity budget? I don't even know if I say I live on a basic necessity budget because my rent is so high and I know my expenses are 1/10. Didn't this guy just buy like a $150,000 car? Basic necessity budget. How often do you think he DoorDashes food on his basic necessity budget? How much does this guy's clothes cost? What part of his lifestyle is a basic necessity budget? $1,200 pants? $1,300 shoes?
The engine is like an Italian symphony. It's like an Italian symphony. Won't let me...
I wonder how much in the engine? We're gonna solve this once and for all. I could be wrong.
Going to space for fun while there are people dying on the streets and like starving. Like, you know, if you can give more, I think you could and you should, just because it's like it's a group.
How much does one person need, really?
Yeah,
really,
right?
like really.
But who defines that?
But then,
Bro, this is the part that I just fucking
The season of League is the best one yet. Yeah.
despise. Like, the how much does a person need really is not even a conversation that we should literally be having at any stage, okay? But especially not this stage. And I'm not saying that because I'm rich, okay? I don't give a f.
You
I
are.
already give a f to charity. I already give a f to the government.
All right, he probably gives the government because of taxes. I don't think he donates anything to charity. I think he just donates whenever, because no offense, but like if you're bragging about donating like $1,000 on Twitter, which is laughable at our income levels, especially at his income level, there's no shot that you're donating other things in the background. You're not saying it. Like you would reap all the virtue if you could on that shit. You would reap all the virtue points on that if you were actually making donations. He'd be posting the 501c3 tax receipts and everything. 100%.
Way more than any fucking wealthy person ever does. And I don't care. I live on any stage, okay? But especially not this stage. And I'm not saying that because I'm rich, okay? I don't give a I already give a to charity. I already give a to the government. Way more than any wealthy person ever does. And I don't care.
The reason why he probably pays more to the government, more than any wealthy person or rich person ever does, is because he sits and hoards his money, like Scoria, the dragon, for my D&D campaign. Yeah, of course your tax rate is high, because you hoard your wealth. You don't have any employees, you don't pay anybody to do anything, you don't invest in any projects, you don't invest in any businesses. The money just goes to your savings account and maybe an investment account. No shit you pay a lot of taxes. And no shit there are people that make more than you that don't pay as much in taxes because they actually do stuff with their money. They employ people. They pay for shit. They have products that they buy and sell to people. They do things with their money. That's how it's supposed to work.
I live on a basic necessity budget for the most part anyway, okay?
A basic necessity budget? I don't even know if I say I live on a basic necessity budget because my rent is so high and I know my expenses are 1/10. Didn't this guy just buy like a $150,000 car? Basic necessity budget. How often do you think he DoorDashes food on his basic necessity budget? How much does this guy's clothes cost? What part of his lifestyle is a basic necessity budget? This guy flies in private planes to Burning Man. What, $250,000 car? What is the basic necessity budget? Doesn't he get like $1,000 shirts and shit? He's got, does he have a maid? Like, what the Jesus, the basic necessities.
Okay.
How do you say this shit and not like have your balls shrivel up into your I feel like my balls would actually crawl back into my asshole if I were to say some shit like this. Holy That's a good CEO meme.
The reason why I say that is because it's fundamentally not the conversation that that Marxists should be having. It has nothing to do. If a society was built as a dictatorship of the proletariat, okay, this would not be a problem. Like there would be no inequality or wealth inequality to this degree. It wouldn't even exist. Okay. Didn't you say most people couldn't afford your diet? I mean, yeah, because I can eat out. When I
What? How much more basic is food? What kind of basic necessities are we talking about? Well, I basically just have basic necessities, you know, except for my food, clothes, housing, and transportation. Like, what else? What else is there?
I say bare bones, I mean like within my means, but
Within bare bones, but within my means. Dog, you're a millionaire every 3 months.
but it's like food. Expensive because of the delivery mechanism of the food, or a car that is expensive, or a house that is expensive. That's what I mean. But it's still well within my means.
Can I get a clip? I just have, there's like 12 clips here that I can tweet out from this. Jesus Christ.
But the conversation around
this is like a gold mine of like just the most out of touch socialist shit.
Basic necessity, and you live in $1 million house rich. Oh my god, brain.
Actually, I'm too lazy. Okay, good luck.
Brain dead. No, I'm talking about shelter. Expensive, yet still shelter. Stop saying LA mansion. Stop misunderstanding my point that I'm making. Oh my.
What was your point? I don't know.
God, I f***ing hate how reactionary every single person turns into. Literally, every single person turns into the least charitable reactionary f***ing idiot the moment that this can of worms opens, okay? So many people are just like, I'm leftist because I hate rich people.
No shit! How many times does Hassan say like billionaires are evil? I know he had that picture with the eat the rich shirt. Make the rich pay. I just meant more in taxes. Is this guy banned from Twitter? Fuck.
You should be leftist because you hate the way that commodities are produced and the relationship that the working class has with the means of production.
I love how much the rhetoric changed. Initially, the funny thing is Hassan, as he's gotten more wealthy, is actually more correct, because before socialism is like billionaires are evil and you know, rich people, you know, kill landlords.
It's hurt poor people that they can afford housing in Berkeley. I don't know how.
My understanding is that the property owners who have properties there choose just not to rent it at all.
Yeah, kill them. Kill those mother video games. Sorry. Holy shit. Murder those mother street. Let the streets soak in their red capitalist bloods, dude. Oh my god, in a video game, of course. Holy shit. Holy shit, dude. Sorry. I meant a video game.
But now it's like, well, technically, the amount of money that any individual has in society is actually completely and totally irrelevant. One person could have $1 billion, one person could have $1. Marxism is actually concerned with the relationship between commodity production and labor. When we're talking about Marxism, you have to understand, it doesn't matter how much money somebody actually has. It just depends on the mode, the form of production of your economy, right? Obviously. Like, yeah, it's just, that's very funny to me.
You fucking dummies. You don't understand. Fundamentally, the reason why Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk give money to philanthropy is unironically to stop people from thinking the way that you're thinking.
That's not true. People don't just donate money to let capitalism thrive. It's so stupid. Destiny, didn't you change your ideas when you became more wealthy? What do you mean? In some ways, but I'm pretty sure I got more left. But I think my ideas have like legitimately changed over time on some things, but I don't think it's to become more self-serving. I'm trying to think. like I was the most libertarian and conservative in my life when I was probably at my poorest point. Probably when I was cleaning carpets.
About them. How do you not understand that when you fucking fall for the aesthetic shit every single time, you unironically are making it like you're making the argument that like Elon Musk, who doesn't live in a house by the way, is actually a better leftist than someone like myself, okay? The world's wealthiest billionaire is literally a better leftist than me. I mean, come on, right? I mean, he doesn't live in a house. Warren Buffett lives in the same house that he bought for like, what, $50,000 or some shit. Hasn't moved out. Probably a better leftist, right? Would you say that, you know, ultra-capitalist, hedge fund manager Warren Buffett is a better leftist than me because his house is... If we're...
Damn. Does just like investing make you a bad person now? Like, why is Warren Buffett a bad person? What the...
We're only hyper-focusing on the aesthetics, you will constantly lose sight of the real prize, okay? While I still donate a shitload to charity and do fundraising and all that good stuff, you are basically engaging in the same liberal reactionary attitude, okay? You're focusing on the aesthetics. You are unironically cucking yourselves, okay? They didn't also move their family in. I mean, it doesn't matter. That stuff is whatever. Still aesthetics. People generally hate wealthy more than they hate their job.
Super wealthy billionaires to compare himself to.
True. What's gonna happen when he has like 8-figure, 9-figure net worth? I bet he already has. Is he? Do you think Asano's worth 8 figures at this point? I don't think so. Probably not yet. No, he signed that 2-year Twitch deal. I bet he might be, actually. He's probably worth over $10 million. I wonder what the internet guesstimates it at. This guesstimates $4 million. I wonder how much his... What do you think his 2-year Twitch contract was for? Oh, it was over $1 million, obviously. Over $2, $3, or $4 million. I'm trying to think. Plus sub split. He doesn't do sponsors. But he spends a lot of money. He really does live like the uber consumerist, capitalist, like frat boy lifestyle. So he does spend a lot on like clothes and shit. But I think he's at a point in his life where I think it's hard for him to outspend. I think it's hard for him to probably outspend. Destiny, it was leaked? Wait, was his contract was? Or are you just talking? No, you're not. You don't know what I'm talking about. I bet he's worth over $10 million. Oh my god, we're only halfway through this.
Jobs though? Yes. Why would we as leftists focus on the aesthetics rather than focus on dialectical materialism? Because a lot of people are not actual leftists. They are not actually anti-capitalist. They are simply rad libs who are trying to desperately move away from the negative association that most people have intrinsically with liberalism. They're literally just, there's so many anarchists, for example, that'll be like, I'm an anarchist, and then you try to ask them like what ideological reasons they are anarchists or what they believe in.
I like how Hassan has become the ultra theorist now. Holy shit.
Like the ACAB, but pro-NATO conversation that we're talking about. And that is straight up a inherent contradiction. In European politics, people almost solely focus on aesthetics, by the way, mostly leftist ally. I know. You know why? Because the Cold War was lost, okay? Red Scare propaganda was very effective in the Western world. American capitalism won. That's why we are living in a global capitalist hegemonic world, okay? We have a global financial system. We have... that's it. Like, we are living in a capitalist universe currently. So, of course, in that circumstance...
Wait, is this true? Just wanted to jump on for a second on something Devin mentioned in your recent conversation about Twitter, that Twitter has not really had any downtime since Elon purchased it. Is an interesting one. It's been down dozens of times for up to 16 hours at a time in Australia. Also, the alt server was knocked out for 3 hours worldwide back in December. This is kind of unusual for large companies. Love the convo though. Devin dinner great. Is that true? Is the son a commie? He's whatever the fuck makes him the most amount of money at any point in time.
American capitalism won. That's why we are living in a global capitalist hegemonic world, okay? We have a global financial system. We have... that's it. Like, we are living in a capitalist universe currently. So, of course, in that circumstance...
Dude, you want some boomer shit? Dude, Melina is like my fucking daughter. When we have to do anything on the TV, I don't know how to work TVs anymore. When we were gonna go to watch The Last of Us, she's like, oh, can you turn it on? And I'm like, I push the button and I don't know. I'm like, Melina, you need to find the HBO. I don't know where the HBO is on this shit. Find it and log into it or push the buttons and I can like adjust the volume. Holy shit, TVs are so fucking complicated today. I actually can't do it. I don't know how any of this shit works. And then Melina's like, I don't know what to do. And then she gets the remote and she's like, boom, 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 boom. She's like, oh, here it is. And I'm like, okay, holy shit. Oh my God, I feel so boomer. I can't do it. They're so complicated. And they listen to me for one goddamn second. Car manufacturers, refrigerator people, listen to me, you motherfuckers. Listen to me. Listen to me, okay? Mechanical switches and buttons were nice, because when you flipped a switch, a signal went through, and something fucking happened at the speed of electricity, okay? I fucking hate all the digital interfaces that are fucking laggy. Fuck my ass wide the fuck open. When I'm on my fucking TV trying to scroll through the menu and the buttons and everything fucking lags, change your goddamn fucking UI into something that feels analog or mechanical again, because God, it drives me fucking insane. Oh my God.
How many people in the red dancing shoes?
Interfaces on car radios where I'm pushing the fucking buttons and I go to push and it doesn't work and then I push again, but it did work and then the screen comes up late and now I push the third button and I try to push the back thing, but then the next fucking thing comes up and I'm fucking losing my mind trying to work everything.
Okay.
Whatever fucking UI you design needs to be responsive, because it's literally 99% of the fucking point of a goddamn UI is make it fucking responsive. The fuck is wrong with you? Holy shit. I almost threw my fucking car onto the other side of the interstate. I rented one when we were in either Austin, when we were in New York, I rented a car, and the button thing happened, and I wanted to kill myself. I couldn't fucking handle it. Are you fucking kidding me? Also, you want, Max, you want a fucking story? I will kill a UI person if I ever find anybody that does this, okay? I will, okay? Listen to me, okay? If you do a thing, okay, and you search on something, and it populates some results, if you want to add more results, add them down here, or add a button to load more. Don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare. Move these results down and have some other shit pop the fuck up where my fucking finger is going. I'm looking at you, Discord. When I go to search for a name on my phone, I want to message my good friend Samantha, and I type in Sam. There's her name. And then I go to push the button, and another name pops up because it was still loading shit. And now I'm talking to fucking Samuel. And I click a thing and it's up. And now I've got an extra window and my thing is lagging. I've got to... Why? Don't ever do this. Don't, if I feel like I'm playing whack-a-mole with my user interface, you have done something wrong, okay? Here is what you do. Here's the programming. I'm gonna give you the fucking secret. And it's funny because Discord knows this because I think they've implemented this in other parts of their app, okay? Here's how you do, here's a trick. I'm gonna teach all of you UI developers, okay? Ready? Here you go, ready? I'm gonna give you some information for free on how to do your job, okay? Let's say that you've got a list, it's relatively dynamic, it's loading, things are popping in, and you don't know, like, oh shit, well, do I wanna show it all? Do I wanna blah, blah, blah? Here's what you do, okay? Here's what you do. Add a loading bar, okay? Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, I mean, aren't I just like, how do I fix? No. Not a real loading bar. Just put a fucking image there of a stupid fucking loading bar so that when a brain-dead, idiot, monkey fuck consumer like me is looking at the screen, I'll go, oh, it's loading, and I'll wait for your image for the 2 seconds to load, and then when the image goes away, my dumb fucking brain is like, oh, it's loaded, and then I'll click on the next thing, okay? Do that. Just do that. Easiest trick in the book. Then you don't have to worry about managing any of your lists or how information is being populated or what's popping up. Just add a fake fucking loading bar and you're good to go, okay? Consumers love that shit, all right?
No, they don't.
And I know this because Discord does it in other parts. If I go to an old conversation, I don't know if you know this, but if you type in Control F and you search for something and it hasn't indexed the conversation before, it'll say waiting, indexing, ... It actually does this in like 0.5 seconds, but the loading screen will sit there for 10 seconds. I know this because if I sit there and wait for it, it will always take 5 or 10 seconds. But if I push escape and I search for the exact same thing, it'll happen instantly. So I know you already know this because you put these fake fucking loading screens in other parts of your app, which is fine. I don't care. Make me feel like the app is doing something. But goddamn, don't fucking move and bounce items around on a list when I'm trying to click something. God, it drives me fucking insane. Okay. Okay. When product asks for a performance boost, I have to remove the fake loaders. What are you talking about? Frowny face. Bro, that's the best thing in the world. All you need to do is a fake image that takes 5 seconds to play. And then when you've got the fucking layoffs come around or your boss is asking for a performance shit, you just shave 2 seconds off the image. You report that you've optimized the fucking script so that it reduces load times by 40%. And you're good to go, baby. Okay? I'm giving you great advice, okay? All you have to do is update an image. You can probably bill 50 hours for that, okay? Fun fact, the redact loaded screen is fake too. I'm convinced like 50% of loading screens on the internet are fake, okay? Okay, I'm sorry. I need to... You're talking about people not identifying with their hands or feet. Do you know about DPDR? It's a mental ailment. Nope.
Oh no, he's slowing me down what I do.
Okay.
Oh. Anyways. Oh, I got hit by it. Oh no. Good thing I'm Bowmaster, so I survived literally anything.
I'm glad you guys getting muted.
This car makes me so mad that I don't even want to go have my chocolate chip pancake breakfast.
How the f is he in this thing? Isn't this guy like 6'5"?
And I want to do a review of the Huracan, but the fact is, the sad reality is that most people have so little regard for themselves.
I know what happened, but I didn't know where else to go.
And notice so little about their surroundings that if I tried to explain to you all the little intricate goblins of this car, and we got a low battery warning on the phone, the constant, incessant haranguing of technology, the low battery warning on this phone, the menu, the dashboard. This is the fighter plane cockpit. This is where you're supposed to be.
Oops,
the fighter plane cockpit's telling me that the contacts from my.
Oh, I don't remember what chat said on this or not. I don't like digital dashes ever. Show me a real RPM. Show me a real. In fact, give me more real gauges.
Destiny,
I like that on
speaking
my.
of UI, I absolutely love how well your website is laid out. It's very easy to use and clean. Love you, buddy. Thanks for the entertainment while I work from home.
Thanks, bud. I like my Focus RS. I've got like a little boost gauge. I've got like an oil PSI gauge. Give me the gauges. I think digital dashes look gross. Now, I bought the most expensive car of my life, and that's what I'm driving right now. It's my beautiful $40,000 Focus RS, okay? If I bought a $100,000 car and I had some nasty fucking...
Steven, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Congratulations. I got it. I love you, and thank you for the congratulations. I'm very proud. We love you all very much. We all love you very much. Thank you, Megan. If I spent like, what does this cost? Oh, I was gonna say $100,000. This is probably more than that, though, right? $330,000. If I spent almost $500,000 on a car, and I get some UI that looks like a half-X computer case from 2009. That looks like some shit like this.
Black card box.
This is disgusting. Why the is my dashboard on my $400,000 car looks like some dog shit like this? I feel like I'm looking at an ad for fucking I Buy Cyberpower.
The dashboard. This is the fighter plane cockpit. This is where you're supposed to be. The fighter plane cockpit's telling me that the contacts from my phone can't be synced.
Who cares? I don't even know what that means. Why is it every car that I sync my phone to, they ask me if they can sync my contacts? What are you actually doing there? Are you like downloading my contacts into the why? For what the feature even for? I don't even know. You just want to like go through my phone book? Are you trying to hit up the chicks I know, or what the?
Most people wouldn't get why.
Also, I'll say this too. There is, this might be being autistic. There is way too much redundancy in a lot of cars today. At the very least, and this applies to more than just my car, but like, if I want to go forward in a song, I can push this button here, I can push next song on my phone, or I can push the next button here, or I can push the button here on the digital dash.
Why? Everything today.
Why? Why do I need 5 forward buttons for the song? Why do we have a volume knob here, a volume controller on the steering wheel, and a volume controller on the digital dash? For the passenger, remove one of these. Every single function here on this wheel, every single function here is on the screen here. You don't need both. And voice controls. And voice controls. Just, something happened with car interfaces, and I hate them. Oh my God, I hate them. I think they're hideous. There's so much redundancy. The digital displays all lag like a mother, except for there's some Swedish cars where their displays, I think, never lag. Is it Volvo? I rented a few when we went skiing in Sweden. Those car interfaces never lag. I don't know what the they're doing, but their shit is instantaneously responsive. Holy shit. There've been a couple I've been in that have been okay, but for the most part, God, the digital shit is so bad. God damn. How the f are you supposed to pretend you're flying a spaceship when there aren't so many down? Oh, I'll tell you how you pretend you're flying a spaceship. It's when they have that nice little word at the bottom. What is your speed? Ew. I don't know why that digital dash. On the Mustangs, on all the speedometers, they always say in the bottom, it says ground speed. Because you're flying, baby. But they have the same dashboard problems, too. I just think it's cute on the speedometer.
Alright, something on here. What the hell is it?
Most people
wouldn't
see an issue with a big-ass fucking Apple CarPlay menu. So that's why I'm not going to make a review of this car, is because I would have to give you a masterclass on user.
Thoughts on mechanical handbrakes versus electrical? Do you mean like a one where you pull it up versus one where you push a button? I don't even know why handbrakes exist for most cars. I have one because I drive a manual, so I'll put it in first and throw up the handbrake. But on an automatic, I think when it's in park, it's in gear anyway, isn't it? I don't know what the handbrake even does for those cars. Actually, a lot of those cars don't even have handbrakes anymore, right? I don't think they do. Parking on a hill? Does the handbrake help you park on a hill? Can somebody explain that to me mechanically? People saying for hills don't drive cars. Yeah, I'm not convinced any of you guys actually drive cars. Stops the car from rolling back. You understand that in a manual car, you can park on like a 70% incline and throw it in first and it's not gonna roll. That's the same thing for an automatic too. If you put an automatic on a hill and you put it in park, it's not gonna roll around. Are you guys trolling? I'm getting gaslit or you guys are gaslighting me. It's one or the other, because I'm not gaslighting you. It can roll if you're a beginner? What, does the car detect it?
Oh, missed.
Neutral gear is not as secure as the handbrake, 100%. Wait, hold on. You don't park in neutral gear, you park in park. People with manual cars don't leave their cars parked in first. They leave it in neutral with a handbrake on. No, why would you leave it parked in neutral? You park it in first gear with the handbrake on. Use handbrake to put less stress on the drive shaft or the shift box or whatever. Is it that much stress? Okay, now I believe Destiny never drives. I'm convinced Destiny never drove stick. I've literally only driven stick shift cars my entire life. I can't tell who's I don't know who's trolling or not. I'm gonna go buy some automatics and park them on hills.
What's he doing?
What's he doing? Rent a car. You can only rent on.
What's Pierre doing? You know what? I'm done with this fight. Goodbye, Pierre. Oh my god. He's gone blue. If I hit him once, he's fully healed. Oh, good. He ignored my bind. No, he's fully healed. What will I do? Anyways. Oh, that's fair. I'll just heal the blue guy. And the red guy will just ignore me for some reason. I just love this fight. It's so well designed. It's not at all annoying. Pretty sure he's max HP right now. You shouldn't never not got out of that bind. That was ridiculous that we got out of it. Okay. Can he please change hats? Okay. Five here. Fucking annoying fight for no reason, dude.
Automatics. And I don't think I've ever, first of all, a lot of automatics don't even have the actual handbrakes anymore. I don't think that, I don't think if you leave an automatic parked on a hill and park, I don't think it rolls. When you park, you leave it in neutral. What do you want about? Why would you leave it in neutral? Why wouldn't you just put it in first? Why wouldn't you put it in gear? You don't want the weight of the vehicle on the gears? Isn't the weight of the vehicle on the gear when you drive? Isn't that the point of driving? Wait, am I going crazy? When you drive a car, isn't the weight of the car on the gear? Because when you push the gas and it's turning the crankshaft, it's got to move the entire fucking car through time and space. Isn't that the point of driving? Isn't the weight of the car literally always on the gears when you're putting the gear on the fucking drive shaft? Isn't that the whole point? Is kind of the transmission transmits power from the fucking engine to the drivetrain? Isn't it always happening? I feel like there's probably less stress with your car just resting on the gear. Because force is mass times acceleration, right? Rather than when you're driving, isn't that more force on the... I can't tell. I can't tell who's trolling. I can't tell. Handbrake is also called the emergency brake. Maybe that will help you. I don't know how things work anymore, but it used to be that the emergency brake, I don't know how, but the emergency brake will somehow lock your rear wheels. That's what the e-brake used to do. But when you put it in park or if you put it in gear, what happens is your drive train is still connected to your powertrain, right? Your camshaft and everything. So that means that the car can't move because the engine's not turning. That's what leaving in a gear means. So if you're in gear, unless you're fucking on like a 170 degree fucking incline, that car shouldn't be moving. But like if it's in park or it's in gear, the car shouldn't be moving. Unless... No, it doesn't. No, I know this. Why am I getting gaslit by you guys? I know this. I know this because I used to kickstart my fucking Dodge Neon. You can't just leave. You can leave it parked in gear and it's not gonna fucking roll anywhere. The only way you can start it, if your car is really shitty, then you can park it on top of a hill and you can start it rolling, and then you can throw it in first gear.
What the fuck is going on in chat? Oh, it's 3 o'clock.
Oh, that's why. Turn the key or not? Did I have to turn the key? You start on a hill, you start rolling, you hop in the car, and you throw it in first gear, and then the car will start because the engine will turn.
Black Friday sale.
It can be on a big enough hill.
Jeez.
I can't.
I guess announce the chat for every single thing. Holy fuck.
Some driving instructors will tell you to put the e-brake on when you park on hills. Why? I do not know. I feel like this has got to be like an old wives' tale shit.
They all look terrible.
That like maybe a long time ago. E-brake is a cable that locks the back rotors. Electronic parking brake literally stops the power from going to the wheels by putting a little metal piece inside the drive shaft.
Alright, I gotta close this chat. This is an annoying chat.
You can only start the car when pressing the clutch. That's not true. I don't think that's even true of modern day vehicles. Park engages a pawl, which is a metal pin that engages to a ring.
Leaving ponytail fucking sucks, dude.
Are you telling me that you don't caulk
Please,
your
no,
tires when you park? A mild impact can knock your vehicle out of gear. The parking brake is redundant on manual transmissions. That could be true. Like having the e-brake on is nice for redundancy.
No, I said don't give me one.
Like you need it to park on a hill. I don't think it's true.
I wanted a Tommy on my Nightwalker, not a Bullmaster. I already have 3. I have 2, 3, 4 actually. I thought I only 3. I am actually gonna sell that. This is ridiculous. I already have another one equipped. I don't need. I guess I could use it. I guess I get rid of the fucking wing shit. Dude. I don't even know. I just pressed. What other bosses have? Cygnus? Princess No. Do I really want to do Princess No this week? Do I really want to do Princess No? I mean, I'm doing everything else. So, yeah, I will. I will do Princess No. Gary, 1 second. What? Hello? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. What? What do you mean? I'm not dropping any frames. Pretty sure. Yeah, I'm 60 FPS. I'll watch my stream, I guess. Let's see. Am I dropping frames? Not dropping frames. I don't know what it's saying. It's talking
Help
bullshit.
save stress on your gearbox? I don't think that's true. If you don't hold clutch when starting the engine, you'll just stall right away unless you're already moving a decent bit. Isn't that what I said? Okay.
I'm on
It's
this.
stress.
I don't know anything about manual driving. Cygnus. Easy boss. Very fast boss. I'm not gonna bother bursting. Let's move to this.
But like, okay, that's a trend, by the way, in
Yeah,
Palestinian leadership that nobody can lead them because they're all terrorists or insane. That's not like a unique thing with a boss.
As a pretty broad statement to make about all Palestinians.
I said Palestinian leaders.
Well, most of them have been involved in politics for a really long time and have seen multiple wars, right? So yeah, I mean they're going to be militants. Generally.
Oh well, then that's an excuse for Israel as well, then too.
So my
they've all
question
been
is,
in multiple
like,
wars as well. Yeah.
I never said it was. I never said it was an excuse. It's just a reason, right? Like, I don't know why you're trying to keep pigeonholing me into like, oh, you're supporting Hamas, blah blah. Hamas, absolutely, 100% Hamas. Okay, Hamas. Any act of terrorism which deliberately targets civilians. The only reason that I'm talking about Israel targeting civilians is because that's what this conversation is currently about. If you want to have a conversation about what happened on October 7th and talk about how fucking awful and disgusting Hamas are, I'm completely fine to do that. I just don't think it's particularly useful because what's happening right now, right, is that Israel are leveling half the fucking Gaza Strip. They're forcing the population to move further and further and further south. They've cut off. We now have a situation in which people are living on starvation rations, don't have access to electricity, water, whatever, right? And we're looking at a massive humanitarian atrocity. And the attitudes of people in the Israeli government are what matters to this. Not the attitudes of people in Hamas, except maybe with regards to like how long you can make a ceasefire last. But I don't think that the Israeli government want a ceasefire to last.
Of course they don't, because they want to get rid of Hamas.
Yeah,
because all the people that are screwing
Hamas.
No, they violated ceasefires before to continue to stoke it because they want their military to seem much more superior in the region to use their deterrence.
I mean, they have, but I
capacity.
think they do really need
And because they want to
fix that
stall the political process. They do not want Gaza or Palestine to become a state. They don't.
I think
the Labour Party does not want Gaza to become a state.
Wait, hold on. Literally
with you
everybody violates ceasefires. Okay, number one, everybody violates ceasefires. Number one, and number two, I mean, right now they probably don't want them to become a state because who the fuck would even lead that Palestinian state?
But they haven't for years, so we can't just look at it now and say, well, now who would want it? Because they've been doing this for years.
I actually think, like, and there's like a difference in policy now, right? Because I think that previously there is this all-out attempt by Netanyahu, except for the small period where you have like a more left-wing government in Israel. There's this all-out attempt by Netanyahu and the people who sympathise with him to stop the idea of the establishment of a Palestinian state at all costs, right? But since October 7th, Israel has made its position very clear that its military objective in this fight is to eradicate Hamas, right? And I don't think that they can continue doing what they've been doing, essentially focusing on suppressing the ideas of the establishment of a Palestinian state. I don't think they need to, right? Because I don't think anybody's in a position to establish a Palestinian state right now, right? I think they do genuinely just have to now try and follow what they said their objective was, which is to try and wipe out Hamas, right? So they're like, the ceasefire isn't going to last. There isn't going to be any lasting ceasefire. So we as the international community, not us here on this panel, because who really gives a fuck what we say or think generally, right? But our governments, at least, right, have to be placing pressure on Israel to abide as much as possible within the confines of international humanitarian law. In order to make the humanitarian crisis that is fucking inevitable, that is already ongoing, as small as possible, right? As less harmful, less people die, less people suffer, blah blah blah.
I mean, at base, this kind of like conversation, I think, twisted to like, what are the options, right? So, because when this came up in a debate for me like months ago, I think I said something similar to kind of the fact of just mitigating civilian casualties, and got accused of just being in support of ethnic cleansing. And it's the same question around the occupation in some regards, because I feel like if, from an ideological point of view, if you sat there going, well, military occupation is the obvious answer to that, and then you either remove or curtail the government, or do what the West always does, which is kind of try and force democracy as a top-down system, it doesn't seem to work anyway. So when this has been going on, and most of the debates I've seen, they don't seem to address the core issue that this is a recurring factor in the region. And unless you've got like unless there is a clear fix for that, I think what annoys some people about the debate is it ends up becoming a question of, well, this is the good ideological stance, so this is what we should support. But it's not a realistic, pragmatic
I run the bathroom real quick. Okay.
Chance for a long-term resolution, and we can be outraged at things. I don't think that's an unreasonable want, but at the same time, it's like, well, what do you do in that situation? And I think as well, like watching a lot of people talk about,
little blinds don't work.
Coming up of it. It's quite shocking, I think, to see the amount of people who are prepared to use images from Syria. Now it's convenient as propaganda in the Israeli conflict.
Great.
So clearly,
That's actually really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those.
I think it's weird that we've gone here from what we were originally talking about, which was like whether or not like attacks on journalists and possibly civilians were like deliberately targeted, and the accountability for war crimes and so on, right? Because I think that's what, like, broadly, the left wing of this argument wants, is at least some sign that there's going to be some fucking accountability, and that we can rein in some of the excesses of the Israeli government when it comes to.
That's the left wing of the argument, is that you want to rein it in. No. The left wing of the argument is you want to destroy Israel. That is what the left wing of the argument is. All right, let's keep watching.
Committing more crimes against.
God
civilians,
damn.
Right.
I hate watching these videos. I hate watching these videos, dude. I hate watching them. Why do I keep doing it? So fucking annoying. Hey, whoever's watching. Thank you for No, I'm gonna listen to something that I don't fucking hate. It's so ridiculous. Maybe listen to, I don't know. I don't know. This song. On my go master my dailies and go back to Nightwalker. I don't know, I've done most of the Nightwalker I can do today, so Gallic done today. It's slowing down. That's getting interesting. Oh, fuck. Oh. I hope that. I wonder how. I don't think I'm gonna get much experience from Monster Park. I think I'll get like what, 10%, 14%. I guess 30 minutes worth, but it's still. No, not 30 minutes worth. 30 minutes worth of a Bowmaster? I don't think I get 30. I've never grinded a Bowmaster, but I don't think I get 30 minutes. I don't think I get 30 minutes. Maybe I would. I'm not sure. Never tried. I'm at 700 today finally. Nope. I guess I can do Lotus. Lotus is pretty easy. I don't know if I can do Damien. I feel like Demon's higher than Lotus, but maybe it's the Bowmaster it is. I don't know how my skills even are. What was that skill? Oh, it's Blink. Haha! Well, I don't know. I don't use it ever. Oh, I didn't have. I could have stayed on. Yeah, I'll stay on these arrows actually for now. I need to start healing. I will. I thought I jumped over it. I couldn't tell where it was. Uh-oh. Bro. When you're a Bowmaster. You skill through everything. Like, I don't even have to turn on my other arrows, just like, why bother? I mean, like later fights, then we may. Oh, brain just like I could have done that earlier. Uh-oh. Oh no. Anyways. Okay. Sure. I don't know why I thought jumping over would be the right play there. Definitely the wrong play. I haven't bursted. I should have done. Whatever. I'll use my big burst on next phase. It's already too late to burst him, right? 13% this phase. I wasn't paying attention. Ooh, fly across the map. Oh, push. Yep. There you go. Alright, let's do last phase. Oh, cool. You're allowed. Feels bad. Wish you had spoke to me. Maybe I should listen to other Death Grips. I should listen to Death Grips on stream. Is the entirety of Money Store? Oh shit. Imagine? I can hit by that and then push, honestly. These are... Oh. Not much I can do there. Just keep shooting, I guess. I keep forgetting I have to teleport to the middle. Oh.
You can't dismiss the sick transmission huffs your brain. Exhale your will and forget I ever knew you. Fuck do you do? Fuck a man with hips for Hulu. Whack a snitch talking to you.
Oh, what?
Consume you.
Bonk.
Too many hoes.
Bonk.
Too many
Oh.
hoes.
I thought I got stunned.
Asking if I know how my motherfucker feels. Motherfucker feels. Split them choke. Flip them both. Dead bitch flow. Swollen go. No remorse. Navigate it. Of course I can make you scream, but if you ask for more, bullshit, matador, grab the floor, rip it, grab to a book, you ramble while I check my book.
Always, dude. Without fail. That's not without fail, I guess. No. Happened both times this fight. Run your rod, run your rod. I still kill him here, but it's still annoying if that happens at all. Okay, I'll try Damien on stream. Maybe 30 seconds. It's hard to listen to Death Grips, dude. What do you recommend is clickbait motherfucking reds?
Did you know that you can repeat in command block that kills them non-stop? It's the first thing that comes to mind. So if I just type in my name as a demonstration, as soon as I log in, I'm dead. And there's nothing I can do to get out of this predicament. Unless, of course, I log in on another account. What we really need then is something that makes the world completely self-destruct the first time they log on, so they can't get in afterwards even with an ult. And this is where the magic comes in. You see, there's this game rule in Minecraft called spectators generate chunks. If you set it to false, then start moving around in spectator mode, nothing new loads in. This is pretty useful for technical Minecrafters because it lets them see what's happening in their farms without disrupting the spawn rates. But this game rule has a fatal flaw. Well, it's actually a bug that's existed since 1.14.4. Look what happens if we now exit and re-enter the world. We can't get in. We were in spectator mode when we logged out, and because of the game rule, spectators don't load chunks.
Alright. Let's try this now. Let's see how it go. The animation's so much nicer when it's on the screen like this. Turn off the black box. Chat, because I'm gonna fucking try right now. Are you serious? Are you serious? He just meteored right at the beginning. The first attack was a meteor. I shouldn't even. I'm speechless. Remember, they lowered the cooldown. They lowered the. They rose the cooldown between meteors, right? They rose it. I swear. I swear they did. So they said, patch notes. Yeah, but it's just as much as it used to. It hasn't changed. If they lowered it, they changed it in like 2 seconds. AKA not noticeable amount. What should he actually charge for that right there? I know it sounds weird, but it's actually kind of annoying that I had to go all the way across the map to get him there. Open here, which is nice. Towards bad. Okay. Got away from meteors now. Meteors. Oh, I saw coming. No! I ran into it. You lost a clone like an idiot. That's free damage gone. Thank God, dude. I don't need damage in this fight anyway. It's fun. Fuck you. Uh-oh. Yeah, blue doesn't go off. Thank God. It should phase here. But there it is. Alright, one more burst and it should be done. I shouldn't have binded. Now I'm thinking about it. I should have saved my bind for phase 2. Oh well, we'll see how it goes. It's funny with no music. Charge forward. Oh, then teleport first. Alright, cool. Now charge you. Instant meteors, dude. Just. Oh. Oh. It's. Oh. 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 Yes. Tornado? Oh. Gotta charge down. Okay. Fine with me. teleport again? Oh, charge? That's a charge? Okay. And meteors again. That was meteors within like 30 seconds. I wish I could time that. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. It's on my stream now. I could time it, right? How fast are those fucking meteors? That had to be like 30 seconds. I just got hit by it. I'm an idiot. Lost more damage for no reason. Okay. Guess I'm relegated over here for now. Oh, okay. How's it going, Damien? I'd rather not get hit by any of those. Either that was a 20-second meteor. I don't remember the time. Also, wasn't paying attention. I should have gone to Steelstone. Idiot did not doesn't know how to play a game. Bursting. We tried 4 here. It's really good at timing. Ooh, I saw that coming. I shouldn't have moved forward there. No, what? Oh, actually. I want to keep hitting him here. Okay. It's close. That was an instant charge. There was... How could I react to that? Two 2.4. Bro, I got meteored so many times.
So the world is stuck loading forever. This also soft locks the game. We have to restart, and we can exploit this bug to make our Minecraft world unplayable as soon as the wrong person logs in. All we need now is a way to quickly force them out the world when they first open it. You can do /kick in single player, but it only works if a player types it. You can't put it in a command block, and to my knowledge, there's...
Wait, I just realized. I was watching this video, he mentioned like he can name your kill, but he can kill players instantly join in, but they can log on a new account, but they can just kill at a... Oh, sorry. Yeah. Just out of curiosity, what's the most expensive thing I sold there? Normal Damien. How is Guardian? Man, they're barely more. Alright, to sell you. Goodbye. Definitely sell you.
There's currently no quick and easy way to crash someone's game, unless you bait them into pressing F3 and C, which is basically the same as pressing Alt F4, except it forces Java to crash. So doing /kill constantly, like we did earlier, works.
I have black being black. Oh no, that's I didn't. Brain turned off again. Brain turned off. The reason the black being mark is there is because it's my old one. Which I probably don't really have a need for anymore, honestly. There's a lot of old equipment I probably should sell here. Definitely a silver blossom. This probably should. I think it's time for you to go as well. We'll see though. Anyways, I do have the Connor ring here, so if I lose it, I have I have a backup. Woo! Backups.
Works pretty well. Everything we need is here, so it's time to build the single-player banhammer. Here's a beautiful build, and I want to protect it from that individual. So first, we need a repeating command block that checks for that player in the world. And we're in the spawn chunks, so this command block is always loaded. Then we want a conditional command block that plays the most obnoxious sound possible. After that, we delete the build by filling it with air, so if they somehow get around all of this, the build is gone anyway. Now onto the fun part. First, we set the spectator generate chunks game rule to false. Then we force them into spectator mode. After that, we set their spawn point really far away in ungenerated chunks that now won't load. And then, we kill them.
Let's go. Brother, I am already dead off the bat. Ow! Damn, why is it so loud? Bruh, and you can't join back? And you just have this anvil noise? Wow, I just got chunk banned. Bruh, I legit have to task manager this dude right now.
Is it loading?
I love it.
I can hear it slightly through your microphone. Try respawning.
Oh, I'm trying. Oh, that's better. Am I sure I want to quit? Am I sure I want to quit? Or do I actually want to respawn? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was the best choice.
I mean, you can make it stop just by quitting the world.
Well, yeah, I think that is what, well, that was,
Now try going back in.
Oh, right. It really works.
Well, that's a sound I've not heard before. I've already got a hearing problem. You're trying to make it worse.
Yeah, just log out the world then.
Can I log back into the world?
Yeah, try logging back in.
That's like such a clickbaity video. I don't get it. Like, it's not even saying anything that creative. Like, it just kills you when you start the world. Amazing. Congratulations. Imagine if I did that and lost out on 30% boss damage. Like, yeah, sure. Technically better stats, because all stats better, but... Oh man, the flame one, that's actually pretty bad. Oh, got a lot of these. Probably should use them. Somewhat. Maybe. Maybe not. Here's what this is.
I think it's both. You never know with contemporary pieces.
It's a lie! After careful consideration, we have decided to remove hanging signs from the 1.20 update, as it has come to our attention that they are poisonous to camels. Oh, so authentic. Mojang Studios. They're absolutely going to remove hanging signs because camels can't eat them. This is what it feels like. The random update 1.20.
Oh, it's funny. All I need to do Monster Park.
Tough golem. Yeah, he's very tough. Oh my god, it's a tough golem. Who won the mob vote? The tough golem. Has anyone noticed that the subtitles say camel yeets when you boost? Yes. They should make camels more realistic. Well, they can bite the heads off players. I would love that. You can't defeat me. I know. But he can. The first mob to ever defeat... The first anything to ever defeat the cactus is this guy. Someone pointed out that the pixels and the number of bones in the fossil and the sniffer are exactly the same. Did Mojang actually think this through? I mean, the lore fits, but
What has happened to Minecraft YouTube? Holy shit, dude. It's fallen off the deep end. Didn't VXSU used to post like very... I just bought too many tickets again. Am I crazy? Didn't VXSU used to post like really like unique ideas and shit? Feels like every every single like Minecraft YouTuber is kind of fallen off. I shouldn't say fallen off, but like all the big ones. Oh God, this is gonna be testing my patience right now. But today is actually the day where Monster Park players matter the most, so I'll get through it. Now let's just start video on Bug Fables because I like the game. This is an ad. I repeat, this is an ad.
Bug Fables: The Everlasting Sapling came out in November of 2019 and was hyped as a tribute to the first two Paper Mario games, Paper Mario and Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. But to many people's surprise, myself included, the game went above and beyond the Paper Mario formula. Bug Fables doesn't just replicate the classic RPG battle system in papery visual style, but creates its own detailed world of diverse characters accompanied by a deep and fairly unique lore. The plot stands out as well, and some of the game's writing really not.
I think one thing that's really nice with the lore too is that it's not overly complicated. It's good, and it's simple, but it's not like we have to have like 20 bajillion everything explained. You have to know like everyone's coats are red, now they're purple, and the reason for that is because Mum Ra was sucking off the new king of Syria. Like, it's just there were these people. They were very smart, and now they're dead.
Knocks it out of the park. You know how in some games with a long and complex plot, it's a bit of a chore to take on the main story arc? Well, I'm happy to say that Bug Fables is not that sort of game, and in this video, I'm going to point out a few reasons why. We'll talk about aspects of formal writing techniques, as well as some bits of good game design, and by the end, hopefully, you'll see why the story of Bug Fables is just so freaking good. Well, let's get to it.
It's really good. I like this format video.
The first thing that Bug Fables gets right is a solid, satisfying plot. We start off with the simple trope of collecting artifacts and hope they'll lead to the legendary Everlasting Sapling, which is sought after by Queen Elizabeth II and her mother before her. The search quickly widens in scope, becoming a kingdom-wide conflict filled with many compelling characters and overlapping story arcs. We've got a good formula here. Unlikable characters go on a simple quest and become involved in a larger adventure, the stakes of which are ever increasing. It's a formula used in all sorts of adventure games, and really originates in works of literary fiction. Though it is an effective plot structure, it does...
I'm just trying to think. Higher and higher stakes, so it's like later than Greek stories, because Greek stories were like, here's the stakes, and it kind of stays in the entire story. Like the Odyssey and the Iliad. But like later story... Or like even Dante's Inferno. It might have been more Renaissance, actually. I don't know. Like I know, for example, with like Lord of the Rings doesn't quite feel that way. Man, I would have to really focus on fantasy storytelling. I know it exists in fantasy, but I've kind of always said that too. But like, what famous fantasies actually have like the stake upping and upping? That like existed before video games. There had to be. D&D existed, but the D&D was inspired by literary novels. So I guess realistically, Lord of the Rings, I guess, right? First one, probably. Not first one, but like early on. I'm sure there were more earlier than that. I would like to know, actually. I'm not sure on literary sources. Yes.
The danger of becoming sprawling and confusing by the end of the game. Thankfully, the game paces itself excellently, and I never once felt overwhelmed or confused by the detailed story and its ever-growing cast of characters.
I don't know how you can get confused
The chapter
by
system helps with this, dividing things up nicely by the rise and fall of action in the different character arcs. Each chapter has a nice...
Oh, I don't know if I... Oh, man. Okay, one second.
Setup and conclusion, and they all blend together into a seamless story.
Yeah, I actually find that the chapter system is very much a product of the old Paper Mario games. It's not really relevant to newer games. Kind of Final Fantasy games, which I've never actually enjoyed particularly, but Final Fantasy games kind of showed that you don't really have to do that. And we've seen linear like Undertale, for example, have chapters, but never like be explicit about it. Delta Reflection doesn't say when you're in chapter 2, but it's pretty obvious. And so if you're obvious about it, you don't really need to tell the player. And I think that's something that Bug People probably shouldn't have done. They probably should get rid of the chapter titles altogether. They're unnecessary. They don't really add much to the game. They just kind of tell you, here's the next sort of the story, which you kind of already know. So. That's more of an aesthetic decision, I guess.
One thing the game excels at is foreshadowing future events. Foreshadowing as a formal literary technique is when the author or writer leaves hints or clues to suggest at future events. It's essential in a story for building tension and making a twist feel satisfying. And I find that a lot of video games, especially older video games, don't always do a great job of this. Bug Fables never just pulls plot points out of thin air. They always have a good setup, a good hint.
That's true, yeah.
It might be a bit of dialogue, a strong visual, or even a piece of music that hints at something and leaves the player curious about what's coming next. One of the best examples of this is the build-up to our encounter with the goddess Venus. First off, we're only in chapter 2 at this point. Heck, I'm still getting all the battle action commands wrong. And we're going to meet a goddess? When you talk to people in the Golden Settlement, most folks say things like, hell yeah, praise Venus, she's great. Okay, that makes us feel a little bit better, but then there are these ambiguous, faceless statues which, honestly, kind of creep me out. And when we conclude the festival, Venus herself lets us into her domain? How does she do that? Can she just control anything she wishes to in the entire world? At this point, I was starting to feel pretty uneasy about this upcoming encounter. Also, her name is Venus, and she's a plant, and we're bugs. The music plays such
I didn't realize that. Fuck.
Too. The festive mood of the Golden Settlement conveys the generosity and bounty that Venus provides to her people, but it's followed by the eerie and sonorous Golden Hills theme, which makes us pause and consider, is Venus really a force for good, or are we walking into a trap here?
I mean, I should have known that when I played the game. Fuck. Venus Flytrap. Fuck. Alright, you don't need to pause this much in the video, buddy.
The plot structure of this chapter is beyond simple, and yet the story it tells is highly compelling. The mystery of Venus is foreshadowed perfectly, and the payoff for meeting her is, well, it's a boss battle for sure, but one we weren't certain of, one that took us by surprise, but also we kind of saw coming. Another example of foreshadowing is how Queen Elizabeth II's backstory is revealed. We know from the very beginning that something is up with the current queen. Her aggressive policies, Leaf's distrust of her, and even the music in the palace suggests that maybe it's not the best idea for this queen to get her way.
Very solemn.
But when we do find out her true motives, it's the last thing we would have expected. Aware of her own flaws, she wishes to restore the youth and rule of her mother, the first queen, and remove herself from power. This motivation is unexpectedly touching and personal, and I think it elevates Elizabeth II to the same level of complexity of our main characters. And later on, she even helps us in battle. The twist on Elizabeth's cruel personality is unexpected and kind of shocking, but not completely out of the blue. The writers foreshadowed something sinister and secretive about the Queen from early on in the game, and what we find out about her both delivers on and defies our expectations.
I think I agree. Yeah. Fucking man. What was I gonna say? Like, it does foreshadow
Get any Google Pixel 8
her
phone
motives.
starting at $10 a month at AT&T. No trade-in required.
Oh, she's a very good character. I think. What was I thinking? Oh my gosh, my brain is turned off. Never mind.
Another thing this game gets right is character development. We have characters that continuously develop and grow, and not always in ways that are
Oh,
obvious.
I was gonna say. So when you say sinister, the foreshadowing is it foreshadows based on negative traits. And we sometimes associate negative traits with certain things and certain intentions. So this is a good. She's hiding things. She's secretive. She has some ulterior motive, which are all true. But you think when you hear those sounds, oh, hiding secrets, ulterior motive. That's someone who they want really powerful things. They're doing something bad with them. And realistically, they don't see themselves as a good person, and they want someone else to do it. Like it's a really good way of like making someone look sinister and still have a negative flaw, but a different kind of negative flaw they overcome later. The next chapter, actually, right after it. So
now this idea clearly stems from Paper Mario, though its development money. Another thing this game gets right is character development. We have characters that continuously develop and grow, and not always in ways that are obvious. Now this idea clearly stems from Paper Mario, though it's developed much further here. I mean, let's be real, after finishing a chapter in Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door, how much more does your partner's backstory develop? Vivian maybe defies this trope with development that spans several of the game's chapters, but the general trend is that once a character has quote-unquote finished their arc, they're practically forgotten in the story. Now, Bug Fables doesn't completely defy this idea, but goes for what I call a tiered approach instead. You have your typical one-arc characters who play a major role or two, maybe undergo a single change in values or personality, and then stay that way. And then at the other end of the spectrum, you have your typical townsfolk, baddies, and other NPCs who pretty much stay constant throughout the game. These characters, with their charmingly repetitious dialogue and predictable personalities, ground the story and give the player something constant to expect throughout the game. And then there are the dynamic characters, with secondary facets to their personalities, multiple flaws to explore, and complex emotions to process. The game keeps these just a handful, which includes the main characters, of course, and this is smart because such characters demand a lot of screen time and end up giving us tons of dialogue. Don't get me wrong, I love games like The Witcher and Skyrim with their huge cast of complex characters and long story arcs, but geez, just look at these notes and bios you have to read.
I'm sorry, Skyrim? Long story arcs? Complex? Okay, well, we fun. I played Skyrim. I'll win bad. I'm Parthenax. Sorry, really wrong. Hello, I'm Parthenax. I am a dragon. I'm Alduin. I'm the bad dragon. You should, Parthenax says, you should kill Alduin with this illegal thing. Oh no, you defeated me. I'm Alduin. I lost. Is there more to the story than that? Have I missed something? I actually don't think there is. Oh, whatever.
Read through. The consequence of having a lot of complex characters is a lot of information. Oh my god, imagine having something like this to describe the characters in Bug Fables. This handful of dynamic characters undergo many changes throughout the game in arcs that span multiple chapters. They are almost always well-balanced and well-paced, and fairly unique from character to character.
They're very well-balanced.
Leaf story arcs are hands down the most compelling, though.
No shit,
This bug is searching for answers regarding their past life, struggling to accept the current era they're living in, learning to control and hone their magical abilities, learning to be more empathetic, and coming to terms with the unfortunate truth about themselves and what creature they really are. And the best part is that at the game's end, none of these feel like they're neatly wrapped up or entirely finished, like there's more to come. The writers do a great job at showing us how these characters have made progress, giving us a sense of closure as players, but the writers also remind us that these characters are real people who are still developing and learning, still working to overcome injuries of the past. This is remarkably mature.
This.
Characters have made progress, giving us a sense of closure as players, but the writers also remind us that these characters are real people who are still developing and learning, still working to overcome injuries of the past. This is remarkably mature writing for a game which at first glance seems like it will be nothing but fluff and papery bugs. It reminds me a lot of the writing from Earthbound and Mother 3, which looks goofy and innocuous from moment to moment, but taken as a whole reflects something far more emotionally mature. The only gripe I have in this department is Kabu's arc, which, in my opinion, feels sloppy and a little forced. So there's this beast who, some time ago, was the demise of his friends in the wild swamplands. Well, in Chapter 5, you have to face off against the creature once more. And, not to brag, but I was pretty much owning this boss. I had all the right stats, all the good medals, and... Wait, what the hell? Well, where did that come from? I don't know if it's just me, but this whole thing feels a little contrived, especially with the whole 99 damage and Kabu regaining all of his health back like some Dragon Ball Z character. Foreshadowing is good and the character interactions are great, but this final climactic conflict just feels too on the nose.
I don't know how I do it though. Thinking about Kabu's arc and how he ends, I don't know how I'd improve it. Maybe you have to have the boss have some way of like basically forcing this to happen. It sucks. I wish it was better, but yeah, it does feel like it kind of comes out of nowhere. Maybe you should have separated Kabu from the team and make him realize he needs his team. No, he doesn't feel like that. I don't know. I'm not sure. Other than the weeklies,
So the last thing I want to discuss is about how the game handles its lore and world building. Now there are a lot of unique details to this world, enough to fill 20 volumes even, literally. But these details are skillfully presented in ways that never feel forced on the player. A great example of this in action are the collectible lore books, which are rewards from quests or are hidden about the world. The tidbits these books tell us are presented as rewards rather than through cutscenes or essays of dialogue the player is forced to endure. This is a great use of game design for storytelling. The game does have its lore dumps from time to time, but they're never too invasive, especially considering the expansiveness of the game's world. Also, I should just mention that some of the lore itself is really clever. Like, there's an explanation of how some of the enemies are bugs just like...
Sorry, I like this.
Really clever. Like, there's an explanation of how some of the enemies are bugs just like you, but are not sentient or bipedal. What's more is that the lore serves as part of the story's backbone. Now, this may seem like writing 101, but you'd be surprised at how many games pull story details out of thin air for the sake of gameplay, only to prop them up with semi-believable pseudo-lore later on. I don't care how often the Pokemon franchise tries justifying catching Pokemon as some kind of ancient tradition or necessity for modern society. We've got a great game with great gameplay mechanics. I don't know why we need to take that and turn it into some fate of the world story. The story progression... Why we need to take that and turn it into some fate of the world.
Sorry, this video. I'm sorry if you like the writing in Sword and Shield. You shouldn't. True. You shouldn't. It's not even. How can you like it? It's indefensible. Sword and Shield has some of the worst writing any game I've ever played in my life, and that's crazy.
Story. The story progression in Bug Fables is organically driven from this rich pool of lore, from the hunt of the everlasting sapling, which spearheads the plot, to the deep history of the different bug species, which shapes your interactions with the characters, to the ancient roach people and their magic crystals, which explain so many of the strange phenomena of this world, but still leave a hint of mystery as to how they work. And that's another thing about this game's lore. The writers leave just enough mystery for the player to keep wondering past the game's conclusion. Like with the continued development of our complex characters, the story and legend of the land persists and feels much larger than what we see in the game. There are mentions of northern kingdoms and exotic lands far to the east, allusions to creatures and characters from the distant past, and even a hopeful glimmer for the future beautification of the sinister dead lands. This hinting at deeper lore and concepts is called the iceberg theory of world building.